Hello, I was talking about Nadine Dorries and the efforts being waged to stop her getting a peerage. The stories that she told on the 15th of May seemed to be absolutely untrue. They're denied by the person who almost certainly is the person who is being referred to, though Nadine Dorries doesn't refer to her by name. But there was only one person in the story with whom she was sharing a flat who had two boys. And she denies absolutely that she ever had lunch with Nadine Dorries in the House of Commons. So this story, why was it even concocted? At the time, Nadine Dorries was trying to privatize Channel 4. And so a story that would suggest that reality TV is fictional and that Nadine Dorries has personal experience of that would be very, very telling. The problem is Nadine Dorries invented the story. It simply isn't true. It's denied later on by Love Productions, who produced the show, and then by Channel 4 itself. So it seems invented to besmirch the reputation of Channel 4. Now that's the problem. Now if Nadine Dorries wanted to query Channel 4's reputation and certainly the issue of reality TV, actually there is enough evidence to do so. But Nadine Dorries clearly is not only, I think, deceitful, or allegedly deceitful, she is also blatantly unable to or unwilling to do the hard work. I've been trying to contact Nadine Dorries and her successor for some time to discuss these issues. So if she'd actually listened to me, she would have had the ammunition she wanted, if that's what she wanted to do. I actually don't think that is ammunition that would successfully destroy Channel 4 or thrust it into privatization automatically. Dorries said, when she was asked whether or not she had lied, she said, "I set out my experiences on taking part in the programme in my comments during the Select Committee and stand by those remarks. I do not wish to add anything further at this time." Well, that's not actually directly dealing with the issue. First of all, the comments that were suspect came after the formal hearing, but were still covered by parliamentary privilege. Shortly after her denial, if that's what we want to call it, Boris Johnson resigned, and then there's been endless speculation about Nadine Dorries getting a peerage, and indeed it seems to be fact. Now, under normal conditions, the moment a peerage is announced, that is then the done deal. Nadine Dorries and three of the other sitting members of Parliament who have been proposed for the other chamber have all said they want to defer their peerage, but that is very irregular. Nadine Dorries has gone further and says, well, she hasn't actively heard about it. She will be expecting a letter, and until such letter occurs, she doesn't believe that it's confirmed. That's quite a good get-out clause, either to delay the peerage and to avoid a by-election, or indeed to dismiss any thought of a peerage should it be blocked. So the committee wrote to Nadine Dorries in September with a second opportunity to correct the story that she had told, and she simply didn't respond. She simply didn't respond. They said that your claims about the programme and were odd, and we acknowledge that your recollection may have been wrong, and there's an opportunity to correct the evidence, to provide new information. Is that something she would like to do? And Dorries said that the person claiming to be the actor was a totally different person and not the people she had previously mentioned to the committee, and that this person, whose name she could not now remember, was portrayed as being homeless in the programme. in fact, completely different information. So I'm not quite sure where this leaves the committee and the efforts to get Dorries to retract or give further details. I mean, it's a smokescreen, it's a pile of glitter. Is it enough to stop Dorries becoming a lady? I don't know. I don't know is the answer. But certainly she seems to have changed her tune slightly. The committee has gone on and said, we are concerned that Miss Dorries seems to have taken an opportunity under the protection of privilege to traduce the reputation of Channel 4. And it's on that basis that they have written to the Privileges Committee and demanded a formal investigation. And while that's ongoing, I cannot imagine that Dorries can be elevated to the peerage. We wait to see. It is an interesting situation, and the additional information that the person claiming to be an actor was a different person to the person who came to lunch, or indeed to the two boys that were originally referred to, is odd. It simply, and it itself is vague. Vague and odd. And certainly if I were dealing with her as a teacher or a form master, I would automatically assume she was telling porkies.